All right, so this morning my workshop is in total disarray because I have finally admitted that there's no way I'm doing all of the framing and drywalling and soundproofing and all of the upgrades, construction type upgrades that I want to the shop, and I just need to bite the bullet and pay someone to do it. So I thought I'd do a little live stream to show you guys what is happening. And yeah, so here we are. So I'll do a quick tour, and then I've got construction folks building all this stuff, and they need me to move various things around the shop. So I'm gonna kind of step through the scope of the project and then take some stuff down that is in their way. What's up, dude? Not too much. How are you doing? Smokey the Bear, good morning to you too. All right, so this is a door down to the shop. Let me back up. The primary reason for doing this upgrade, put a bathroom in and keep the sound out of this part of the house, because that causes problems for the family. So this landing right here is going to be framed off, and there's going to be a door here facing this way so I can get long boards in through the house, like a garage door type, block the sound sort of door. And then this door is also going to be replaced from the cheap hollow core thing that it is to the same indoor to outdoor grade of door, so to really block the sound. Let's see. Ooh, I want to see how you made those racks with Irwin quick clamps. All right, Irwin, you mean this? That's just clamps clamped to a piece of 2x4. I didn't make nothing. If that's what you mean. I've got some more involved clamp racks, but anyway, okay, so, and then this right here, this was always going to be a bathroom. I never planned on this being actual shop space. The idea was always that I'd have a bathroom down here, clean up after, a dusty session in the shop. So that is what is happening here. This is like a linen closet. All of the framing is done in a very rigorous soundproofing kind of way. All of the 2x4s that make up the frames are not rigidly fixed to any structure of the house. They've got rubber in between the screw and the 2x4, and rubber between the floor and the 2x4. What that does, blocks the 2x4 and the drywall attached to it from transmitting vibration to the house, and makes it much more effective as a sound barrier. It's a sound barrier anyway, but it's a lot more of one if you do it that way. So that is part of how so I did do some of the framing myself. You can see an example of how I was doing the same thing. This is an isolation bracket that's holding the drywall, accomplishing the same thing, anchored to the wall in the same way. So the contractors it's not the way they're used to working, but they were able to get their heads around how I needed things to be done. And this is the remaining soundproofing hardware that they will be using. So that is the scope of things, and everything's a total mess right now. Oh, this is my new outfeed table. It's a standing desk, so if it fills up and clutters with stuff, then you can just press the button and lift it up. Not in this case, because the contractors have used it to stage their long ripped 2x4s. And in fact, you know what I should probably do? probably unplug this, just because if that button gets bumped and it tries to raise right now, that would be a big mess. All right, so now it is no longer a standing desk, and if I bump, or if anyone bumps a button, we won't have a very awkward situation with the outfeed table trying to lift up. All right. So, any questions on any of that stuff? Sorry, you're on a tripod, I'm adjusting things. If not, I've got some stuff I need to get out of the way for contractors' work today. So, yeah, I'm gonna get to that. You're gonna be set up where I can see. Oh, I guess I should. What they're working on first are soffits. They've got a lot of them built. See, this soffit right here is new. But you can even see, like, underneath that that new soffit, there's like a bunch of stuff that I need to get out of the way. So all that needs to go, and then they're going to do soffits to cover this beam right. Let's see, right here. So, like, that big dust collection hose needs to be moved, and probably some other things that are in the way. So, that's what I'm going to do right now. On a live, just to document it, bring you guys along. Show you what I do at 4 a.m. in the shop while the house is quiet. So I'm gonna get to it. It's gonna be kind of hard to fill a live stream with dialogue. I can't see any comments and just be working. A lot of this stuff, as evidenced by real estate, it's just been thinking, all right, I need a dust collection hose hung up in the next 10 minutes so that I can keep going with this project. How can I go from nothing to dust collection plugged in across the shop in 10 minutes? And then I've got this flexible hose, I've got tape, and off I go. And a lot, like, I always knew this would happen the last 6 years that I've been in the shop. I knew when I was doing this framing up and having the soundproofing upgrade. So that made it hard to really do anything more involved in that very kind of Band-Aid fix to any problem I had. So it would be nice to have this done and actually take some more time on shop infrastructure. Okay, we got some comments I need to read through. Good afternoon from Australia. Hello. Early day. Was not expecting to see you so early. Glad you have coffee. Always have coffee. Great idea. I was about to ask why aren't you doing it yourself? I only got so much time, man. I got a list of like 10 videos I want to do, and none of them include framing. So just you got to admit that you're only one person. No matter how early you wake up, you're not going to be able to do it all. Got myself a little shop, but I seem to spend more time cleaning and organizing than actual work. That is a common lament, or maybe not a lament. I mean, the shop itself can be a hobby. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, now I need a screwdriver. Shop's in a state of flux, change. I should document this with the live stream. I feel like I should mention I've got 2 live streams going right now. So I've got my TikTok audience on the phone of the YouTube audience. Both are streaming at the same time. I'll show you what that all looks like. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So YouTube, there's TikTok above you. TikTok, there's YouTube right below you. Both cameras or both phones on the same tripod with a battery pack to keep them going. So I just kind of felt the inspiration and motivation to do it live with both YouTube and TikTok. Sorry, Instagram. I probably underutilized the live feature of YouTube. I really don't do. Sometimes, once the live's finished on YouTube, it's available as a video that you can watch. You can make available as a video that can be watched. I don't know if a lot of people really enjoy that though. I get some complaint comments about the video quality and the sound, and it's like it was a live video. It's not like a polished edit like other videos. It's not fast with everything sped up. It's just the reality of what it actually is like getting things done in the shop. But I'm still doing it. About to see the engineering master at work. Well, yeah. Don't. You gotta understand, the videos that give you the impression that I'm the engineering master, all the cool stuff condensed into a very short video that I did over the course of months. And what you're seeing now is all the boring stuff that I'm doing for an hour, not condensed at all. So your impression of how much of an amazing engineer I am might not quite live up to the short videos. what are you gonna do? Still doing the work. So that hose that I just took down has been the way I've gotten dust collection over to my miter saw and sanders for the last 4 or 5 years. Let's see. I think a lot of this power and stuff, they told me I didn't have to move anything around this post, the bandsaw and the drill press and all the stuff over here. So I guess I'm not going to do that. Let's see, what else did they tell me I had to move? Can't remember. Oh, you know what? I think I will get all that stuff off this shelf underneath the new soffit that they're building. I can't hear it, bro. How's the sound? Right now I'm close to the camera, so I'm guessing it's not too bad. But when I get further away, like right now I'm hard to hear. Yes? No? Feedback? Appreciated. I mean, not that there's much I can do about it. Let's talk louder. That only works to a certain point. Good. Somebody says sound is good. It sounds still good when I'm over here. Router sled made out of the sides of a solid core door from my old house. It's held up remarkably well. When I made this, didn't anticipate that it would hang around so long, but here we are. It stayed pretty flat. Okay. Onward. Here we go. I can use this. Is that better for sound? When I'm far away, I'll use the megaphone. I wonder if this is loud enough that my family will hear it. My wife, I don't think so. Machines don't wake her up when she's sleeping on the second floor and I'm down in the basement. I can keep using it when I'm close to the phone. I'm in a silly mood today. All right. Why is the inclined sign at an angle? I don't think it's at much of an angle. I don't know. I took about 2 seconds to hang it up and didn't try very hard to get it level, but I don't actually think it's too far off level. Let's check. Why not? Is the inclined sign slanted? Very close to level. It's very close. Close enough that I'm not inclined to change it. That was lame. All right, good for painting as well. Anything that appears out of alignment. Yeah, I think so. The phone is kind of at an angle. It's real close. So the inclined sign is very nearly level. And it's not my biggest concern right now, so it stays. It is really going to be hard to get stuff done in the shop for a good while. Making a good vacuum system for these Grabos. Definitely on the list of projects that I'd like to do. This is the little vacuum hose that I had coming off of it for a little vacuum template project I did. Andrew, do you have a tough time throwing stuff away? Not really, not generally. I mean, sometimes there's a trade-off between the space the thing takes up and the value that it's going to add into the future. And sometimes you get that wrong. Sometimes you keep things that actually don't end up adding value for years. So you made the wrong decision and you wasted the space. And, you know, I make mistakes on the other side. I think, you know, this doesn't have value justifying the space it's going to occupy, and I pitch it. And then a month later, you wish you had it. So I think the thing to do is don't be too hard on yourself. Appreciate that it's impossible to make the right decision every time. You're going to be in both of those situations and realize that you erred, but that's okay, because it's impossible to get it right every time, and don't be too hard on yourself, and just do your best on those decisions, being pragmatic about it, and just do your best and move on with life. I don't know if these clamps are going to be able to stay exactly where they are. It seems like this soffit. Why did they make this so low? Why did they make this so low? The soffit only needs to cover, it's like 4 inches below the pipes that it needs to cover. And they made it so low, the position of my clamp rack isn't going to work anymore. And maybe it'll just barely work. Actually, I think it will work. It's just very close. Very close. So I'm going to leave it as is. I think they just kept it the same as the soffit over here that did have to be this low. They didn't bring it up. That's fine. I can still keep the clamps there. That is good enough for me. Reading comments, kind of losing the thread of this. Oh, was the whole inclined as at an angle a joke about incline, like an incline that I totally missed? Oh well. I went down a tangent measuring it. That will happen. Okay, what else do I need to do? What's the upgrade to the shop? Upgrade to the shop is soundproofing, primarily ceiling, but also some walls. So drywall isolated from the structure of the house with those rubber boots and pads that you see. Insulation stuffed between all the void spaces in the ceiling before drywall goes on. And also a bathroom. So over here is the landing where I come down to the shop. This is construction materials that has been taking up space for an embarrassingly long amount of time. And this is footprint for the bathroom. I'm actually gonna have a washer and dryer down here too. So if I have like shop rags and stuff with sawdust that my wife doesn't want, nice for real. Laundry room, washer dryer, whatever, I can use it down here. There's also going to be a slop sink, which is great for a shop. Bathroom that I can go in to clean up without tracking stuff around the house. It will be very nice. So that's the upgrade. And I'll get all this stuff out of the way so that I can put more machines there, I guess. Seems like the thing to do. All right. I think I've got a little bit more to clear out for the work that needs to happen today. So let's do that. All right, I think that's enough for that soffit. I'll bring you over here. They asked me to move some stuff around this wall. The whole area around the CNC machine is getting substantially framed in. There's going to be like a dropped ceiling. There's a lot of stuff to cover, so it's just going to be like a massive lower ceiling soffit area above the CNC, which is fine because I don't have to walk through there. It's not like a head clearance issue. I'll keep it below the top of the cable. They better. I need to talk to them about that. That is as low as it possibly can be. So if they do the same thing they did over here on this soffit, they'll screw that up and then I'll have a big mess. I mean, I could drop the CNC down a few inches with the leveling feet with minimal effort, but if it goes more than that, then I'm taking it all apart and chopping the aluminum legs and wasting time that I'd rather not waste. Running out of things to talk about. What else do you guys want to know or see or whatever? Acrylic that I used to make my little drill alignment guide. I might use it for something someday. Alright, now all these OSB offcuts. This is, somebody asked me about, you have a hard time throwing things away. And I said, deciding whether or not something's value justifies the storage space it's going to occupy. Let's see, this OSB is definitely borderline. It has the added complication of being kind of hard to get rid of. If I could snap my fingers and just make it disappear, I probably would, but it takes effort just to make something like this disappear. That said, with all this house construction, there's going to be a dumpster. So getting rid of it in that dumpster when it is just about a snap of the fingers is probably the right thing to do. Look at that, decision made. So you can store it until then. Knocking the tripod every time I walk by. Sorry about that. But that may be the only excitement happening on this live stream, so. I have 6 scroll saws and 2 CNC. Where in the world is Andrew? I am outside of Denver. What are you doing that you need two CNCs? I entirely get. That makes perfect sense. 6 scroll saws sounds crazy. Why do you need 6 scroll saws? Yeah, scroll saws don't see much action now. Well, there's a lot. You need a lot of action to spread it across 6 scroll saws and feel like each one's getting a fair share. Somebody said they bought 4 different grinders. Were you unhappy with every grinder purchase and needed to get another one? I'll do something a little different. Okay, well. Depending on the kind of work you do, if you have a lot of fiddly, little, precise, or varied grinding stuff that we need to do, I guess that makes sense. I feel like maybe I should just pull the laptop off the CNC. It's kind of precarious the way it's sitting right now. I think I probably should do that. How do you shut down a PC? I never use PCs. I'm not a PCer. Shut down, no results in Finder. How do you shut down a PC? PC, turn off. How do you talk to a PC? Siri. Right. Oh my gosh, how can this be so hard? Shut me down. Shut me down. Nope, we won't let you shut down. Maybe someone alive is screaming at me. This is how you shut down a PC. No Siri on PC. Yes, I know. I understand that. Any tips for someone just starting out in woodworking? Asks TikTok user 711. Let me think about that. I mean, there's so much. Start menu or Windows key. All right, start menu or Windows key, they say. Advice for someone just starting out in woodworking. I mean, what I did was, when I was just starting out, and I didn't have the confidence to like build a piece of furniture that could go in the house, and I didn't have a lot of tools. What I did was tried to build really nice tools. So this is an example of very early tool that I built, and I tried to build it to a standard that, you know, a furniture standard. So there's like a hardwood banding here. There's these are just screw joints, but I put dowels in and I flushed them up. I tried to make this. I mean, it's beat up now because it's been a couple years, but you can see that there was some. This knob that I built has you know, nice roundovers, and I got everything really precisely laid out, so it looks good. So the general idea was build a tool that I needed and build it to a furniture standard to practice. So that's advice that I give quite often, because if you screw something up and it's not quite perfect, that's okay because it's going in the shop. And you learn a lot that way, and at the end you get a tool that you need. It just checks a lot of boxes. All right, start menu. Where is the bloody start menu? My memory of being on the PC, it was down at the bottom left. I don't even see that anymore. App settings, start menu. This PC. Oh my gosh. Alright, I've lost my patience. You can just run out of battery if you do a stupid thing. Okay. Alright, look at that. Shut down. How do you shut down a PC? Drop it off a bridge. Well, I think we have reached the end of what I needed to get moved around today. So, as exciting as I know it is, I think this live has run its course. And I will shut it down, unless there are any remaining questions. I'll give you a second if you want to get those in. Not seeing any, so I think that's it. Thanks for being here, and I will catch you next time.